Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Jai Gurudev. Dr. Mara, are you available to share and read the Gita from today and tomorrow?
Sorry, Dr. Brahma.
Yes.
Today, you want me to do it today?
Maybe you didn't join the WhatsApp. No problem. If you're not able to, not an issue. I will take it over.
Yeah, I was trying to. I saw that message, but my laptop didn't get charged enough to start right away. Oh, yeah.
No problem. No issues.
Let me see. In order for me to share from the phone,
you can do it from the phone as well. But maybe if you need to learn how to do that, we can do this outside of this. So, is there anyone else there? That's fine. Today I will take it over. Not an issue.
Okay.
Jai Gurudev Brahmaraji, I have said on Thursdays I can do. Today I'll be going for long Kriya.
Yeah, no problem.
Maybe I have to drop.
I've noticed that. Don't worry.
I'll have to check my laptop. Like it will take 5 minutes. So you can start, Dr. Brahmra, as soon as I am able to access my laptop. Because I'm not well versed, then I can continue further.
That's fine. So yesterday we saw the last bit of the 49th verse. Misers are people whose aims are only small results, not moksha. Therefore, for them, there is no karma yoga or sannyasa. There is only miserliness. We have seen that according to the vision of the Veda, there are only two possibilities: to be a karma yogi or to be a sannyasi. There is no accommodation for a third kind of person. Those who are neither karma yogis nor sannyasis have to become karma yogis. Otherwise, they are misers. Therefore, Bhagavan said, take to karma yoga. So I'm just imagining three pockets. One is sannyasa, the other is karma yoga, and then the other one is misers. So if we are neither karma yogis nor sannyasis, what we will end up as being is misers. So we will need to evolve ourselves first to being a karma yogi, and then when you are enough eligible, then sannyasa can be considered. So every time we're getting caught up in this world of Maya, and we're getting caught up in our raga dveshas, and results of our action are affecting us. They take us off balance. And when we are not discreet in the choice of our actions, and when we're doing anything which is not according to dharma, all of those times we have missed the boat. And when we are not pursuing moksha, when moksha is not our topmost priority, then we fall from the karma yogi section to the miser section. And misers are those who
Dr.
not
Brahmara, so you want me to share and read it now?
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to share now. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, you want to?
We finished the 49th verse.
Yeah.
We are in
So
the
you want
50th
to go to
verse.
50th verse?
Yes.
It's which page is that? Oh, 50th verse, right? No. I think this is 49th. That's the one you finished already. I don't see 50th verse, Dr. Pramra. It's a 51.
It's okay, don't worry. I don't know why you have missed the 50th in the PDF there. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I see the PDF, but I'm wondering, I'm trying to see where is that 50th verse? Oh, okay. I only see 49.
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry. I will
There's
share
more.
screen.
Something. Okay.
I will reshare screen. Yeah. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite tasmad yogaya yujasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. Buddhi yuktaha, the one who is endowed with the samatva buddhi, sameness of mind, iha, here in this world, ube, both, sukrita dushkrite, punya and papa, jahati, gives up, tasmat, therefore, yogaya, to karma yoga, yujasva, commit yourself. Yoga, karma yoga is karmasu, in action, kaushalam, discretion. Buddhi yuktaha iha ubhe sukrita dishkrite jahati tasmat yogaya yujasva yogaha karmasu kaushalam. So one who is endowed with the samatva buddhi, sameness of mind, gives up both punya and papa here in this world. Therefore, commit yourself to karma yoga. Karma yoga is discretion in action. The idea already expressed is that one should not be attached to inaction, but rooted in the sameness of mind, that is yoga, one should perform action. In his commentary on this verse, Shankara explains that Samatva Buddhi is talked about is with reference to karma phala, the fruits of action. What is gained by one who follows dharma, right and wrong, and not mere raga dveshas, likes and dislikes, is also stated here. Here, in this world, while alive, the person gains yoga buddhi, which means samatva buddhi. Two buddhis have been talked about, Sankhya buddhi and yoga buddhi. Sankhya, knowledge, was already discussed, and now yoga is under discussion. Buddhi yukta means yoga buddhi yukta, one who is a karma yogi, one who is committed to a life of karma with the buddhi of yoga. What does this person do? Here in this world, iha, while alive, he or she gives up both punya and papa. Sukrita dushkrite. Sukrita means that which is well done, a karma that is proper, and dishkrita means the opposite. Both proper and improper actions produce results, and the results are also called sukrita and dishkrita. Therefore, sukrita dishkrite means punya and papa. The verse says that the karma yogi gives up both punya and papa here in this life. But can the results of action be given up even by a karma yogi? No, because he has doership, kartritva. The karma yogi cannot give up the results. He can only become a master of his likes and dislikes so that he has freedom from them. In this way, he can be in harmony with Ishvara, and having a certain mastery over himself, he can enjoy a composure, but nothing more because he is a karma yogi. So both proper and improper actions produce results, and the results are also called sukrita and dushkrita. Therefore, the sukrita dushkrite means punya and papa. The verse says that the karma yogi gives up both punya and papa here in this life. But can the results of action be given up even by a karma yogi? No, because he has doership, kartritva. The karma yogi cannot give up the results. He can only become a master of his likes and dislikes so that he has freedom from them. In this way, he can be in harmony with Ishvara, and having a certain mastery over himself, he can enjoy a composure, but nothing more because he is a karma yogi. How does one give up punya and papa? A karma yogi has to worship kartritva, whereas a sannyasi does not. Here, by the word sannyasi, we refer to a jnani. Shankara often uses the word sannyasi in this sense. Yeah, so here we understand sannyasi as a vividisha sannyasi. Vidvat sannyasi, one that is already attained moksha. Right? So there, even the results of action are given up for a jnani. Whereas for a karma yogi, he still has that little bit of kartritva. So when you look upon yourself as a doer, you have doership. And when you have doership, you cannot escape from the results of action, which always accrue to the doer. Because a karma yogi has kartritva, he is not a jnani. If he has kartritva, he definitely has punya papa. Whether he likes it or not, punya papa will be there for him. Both the current punya papa and the old punya papa are standing in his account. Thus, the question of how one gives up punya papa would naturally arise here. This has to be properly understood. When karma yoga is there for a person, knowledge is not far away. As long as karma yoga is there will be antakarana shuddhi. And this will soon be followed by knowledge. Shankara points out this order again here and says, Sattva Shuddhi Jnana Dvarena. The karma yogi gives up punya and papa here in this world while he is alive by means of Sattva Shuddhi. The word Sattva has two meanings. It is one of the three qualities, Sattva Rajas Tamas, and it also means Antakarna, the mind. Here it is used in the sense of Antakarna. Therefore, Sattva Shuddhi here means purification of the mind. So, therefore, for us, it's very important to understand the context in which these words are being used. The word sannyasa here is being used in the sense of a jnani. So, jnani does not have doership, and therefore, he can easily give up the results of action. The results of action do not accrue to him because there is no doership. Whereas for a karma yogi, there is that little doership still there, which is why he is even doing the karma. Remember, he is doing it as an offering. We are doing it as an offering to Ishvara. So, of course, the punya papa will accrue to a karma yogi. But how does he give it up? Because as long as one is a karma yogi, knowledge is not far away. Sattva Shuddhi Jnana Dvarina. So that Sattva Shuddhi here means Antakarana. So when the Antakarana becomes Shuddhi, then knowledge takes not much time for knowledge to take place. So first Karma Yoga takes care of Antakarana Shuddhi. Then knowledge is gained. There is Jnana Prapti. This order is one of the important points in the Shastra that we have to know clearly. Otherwise, what is being said will be confusing. Because people are confused, they think that Karma Yoga is just another means through which Punya Papa is destroyed. And they say the same thing about Jnana. This different means approach is how people get lost and become confused. So, this is what the Purva Mimamsa does. The Purva Pakshi, if you remember the argument between Shankara takes the stance of a Purva Mimamsa who says it is only through karma that you can, through karma kanda that you can get rid of all your punya papa. That punya papa is destroyed. But that is not true. Through karma yoga, you only neutralize your raga dveshas and therefore achieve antakarana shuddhi. Sattva shuddhi happens. The mind gets purified. But ultimately, when that happens, knowledge takes place. When a person continues to pursue knowledge. So it is only when knowledge takes place that you are completely free. So by performing karma with the proper attitude, you prepare yourself to be totally freed by knowledge, and that knowledge is gained only when the antakarana is shuddha, pure. We say that Karma Yoga takes care of it because Karma Yoga purifies the mind. Thus, wherever we come across expressions in Shankara's Bhashya like Sattva Shuddhi Jnana Dvarena, Ubhe Sukrita Dishkrite, Iha Jahati, we must understand the order. Once the Antakarana Shuddhi is taken care of, that is, once the impurities, ashuddhis of the mind are taken care of, the person is no longer under the enthrallment of his or her likes and dislikes. Because he or she enjoys a certain composure, self knowledge, Atma Jnana is not far away. Concerning this point, Shankara says that a karma yogi is a kama yogi only for the sake of moksha. A person is a karma yogi only for Atma Jnana. Therefore, he or she continues to listen to the teaching and reflect upon it so that it will become a reality. So, the only karma that a karma yogi has is for moksha. So, you don't give that up. That is one purushartha that you hold on to. So, the purushartha is not for kama or artha. While living a life of dharma, moksha is the topmost priority for a karma yogi. Karma yoga is not a matter of choice. What then should Arjuna or anyone else do first? To ask whether you should become a karma yogi or a sannyasi is like asking if you should join a university or get a PhD. Karma yoga is a step for gaining the knowledge. There is no choice here. Therefore, Krishna says, commit yourself to yoga. Yogaya yujasva. This is the same as saying, you have just started this inquiry, Arjuna. Therefore, prepare yourself by engaging in karma yoga, which means doing what you have to do with the attitude of a karma yogi. Krishna also made it clear that yoga in no way implies the avoidance of action. Exercising discretion in one's choices. In this verse, we are told that with reference to our actions, we must use our discretion, kaushala. What is not to be done is avoided, and what is to be done is done properly. And any action we do is done with the attitude that it is our offering to the Lord. Ishwararpana buddhya. This is yoga. Discretion then is with reference to the choices involved in action and involves one's appreciation of Ishvara as well. So, this discretion is both not just in the choice of action, but also involves appreciation of Ishvara. Inaction is not going to solve the problem, even though we will see later that sannyasa is referred to as the giving up of all actions. Sarva karma sannyasa, something that is not physically possible. Even a great jnani performs actions. There are swamis, sitting swamis, standing on one leg swamis, and many other swamis, all of which imply actions. No one can avoid action totally. The renunciation of all karmas is strictly in terms of knowledge. By knowing that he or she is not the performer of any action, a jnani is said to have given up all action. Thus, a person who has this knowledge of the Atma is called a Sarva Karma Sannyasi. Krishna was telling Arjuna here that Sarva Karma Sannyasa has nothing to do with inaction. It has concerns only with knowledge. This knowledge can only take place in a person whose mind is clear, Shuddha. Such a person is either a karma yogi or a sannyasi, a person who has taken to the life of renunciation. Knowledge is possible for both sannyasis and karma yogis. Krishna told Arjuna that while a choice between yoga and sannyasa is possible, he did not think Arjuna was ready for sannyasa. That meant, according to Krishna, that Arjuna was ready only for Karma Yoga. Therefore, as we saw in verse 48, Krishna told Arjuna, Arjuna, remaining steadfast in yoga and abandoning attachment, perform actions. Yogastaha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. How could Arjuna live the life of a sannyasi, a life of contemplation, when he was emotionally involved with his own people? Like others who have too many irons in the fire, Arjuna had too many arrows in his quiver. Therefore, it would be better if he exhausted them all and then see what was to be done. So that is why repeatedly, although Arjuna kept saying, when you say knowledge is important, why are you asking me to act? I just want to take to sannyasa. Krishna had to keep bringing him back to the point of doing his karma, of doing his kshatriya dharma. Further, Krishna said, so before we go to 51, shall we just stop here and do Manana? Each of us can share our understanding of Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dishkrite tasmad yogaya yujjasva yoga karma sukaushalam. So the steps are for us to, just from being a normal human being, to take on to the moksha purushartha. And then to live the life of a karma yogi. A karma yogi is one who lives a dharmic life, an ethical life, but he uses his buddhi, discretion, in the choice of his actions, whether to do, not to do, or to do otherwise. And any action every action is offered unto him, unto the Lord. And whatever the results are, he takes it with that samatva buddhi. So by living a life of karma yoga, although he still has a little bit of doership, therefore punya papa will accrue to him. He will of course get the results of his actions. But he gives them up in the sense, using the samatva buddhi, the punya and papa will not affect him. By living a life of karma yoga, what is happening inside of him is that he's neutralizing his raga dveshas and he's achieving that sattva shuddhi, the purity of the mind, the antakarana shuddhi. He is also pursuing knowledge. So when the antakarana is enough pure, then knowledge dawns, and that is when he completely attains that freedom.
Hari Om.
Yes.
Can we say that by following his path of karma yogi, he'll be able to nullify his sanchit karma also?
No,
Can we?
no. Just by following karma yoga, you're not going to get rid of karma phala. Karma phala will accrue to one, right? Whether it is previous or this, the only way sanchita karma gets exhausted, gets what is that? Um, gets burnt out is through jnana.
No, but Karma Yogi is following the jnana, like he is into the jnana, no? He's following
Correct.
the. So will he not nullify? Like I had that in mind that if he's following this path, he's following the knowledge, and he's though he has doership, but he's not attached to the likes and dislikes. So it is in that Ishvara Arpana Buddhi he is performing his duties. So the prarabdha he will have to face, but the sanchit karma which were accumulated from many lifetimes, um, they,
I think that
they will
only
get
goes away with
nullified.
the attaining that, realizing self, enlightened, right? That's when we.
Sanchit, sorry, go ahead.
I think we did somewhere in Atmabodh, I think, where
No, we
that
did in this
See
karma.
over here. Can I just read this paragraph here? So
Yeah,
a
sure.
karma yogi has doership kartrutva, whereas a sannyasi, here the sannyasi means a jnani, does not. Right? So when you look upon yourself as a doer, you have doership. And when you have doership, you cannot escape from the results of action, which always accrue to the doer. Because a karma yogi has kartritva, he is not a jnani. If he has kartritva, he definitely has punya papa. Whether he likes it or not, punya papa will be there for him. Both the current punya papa and the old punya papa are standing in his account. Thus, the question of how one gives up punya papa would naturally arise here. This has to be properly understood. So, he has both sanchita as well as prarabdha. That is there. That is going to accrue to, including agami. So, when
But
karma yoga is there for a
in the
person,
Tatarya, it said the Punya Papa get neutralized with the Karma Yoga. But here it says you accrue, the
but
Punya
that is
Papa
what? It
not
is
going to
through
go.
jnana dvarena. That is what Shankara points out. That is why this order is important. So when karma yoga is there for a person, knowledge is not far away. As long as karma yoga is there, there will be antakarna shuddhi. And this will soon be followed by knowledge. Shankara points out this order again here and says, Sattva shuddhi jnana dvarena. The karma yogi gives up punya papa here in this world while he is alive by means of sattva shuddhi.
Okay, it's only when you're closer to that point, it get neutralized. Otherwise, you still accrued that Punya Papa, even
Punya
in
papa will continue to accrue.
accrued.
The moment jnana dawns, just like how the burnt seed is
Yeah.
cannot sprout, that is how the sanchita and everything else will disappear.
Hmm.
Because there is
This
only one, there
jnana,
is no more maya there.
yeah. So this knowledge of the like the Atma and the Paramatma, they are the one, that one consciousness. When that we reach to that stage, like there's no that that no me and mine. It is like all with the sarvatva bhava. So is it that knowledge we are talking about? If we do not have that
Sarvatma
ahankara.
bhava is the penultimate step. If you
Yeah,
remember,
so
Anna had mentioned that. That is
yeah,
the
but
Jai
penultimate
Gurudev.
step.
so
So,
this knowledge, this is the knowledge, no, that we are talking about here. Like when we are saying that we are reaching that knowledge, then that at that end, that punya papa will not be there, right?
yeah. So, Sarvatma bhava is the penultimate step. Once we've reached that and we stabilize there, that is only antakarana shuddhi. Then, through the practice of dhyana, that antakarana naishchalya needs to also be established. It's not enough if your mind is pure, but it's constantly moving, that it doesn't help. So antakarna naishchalya is also required through dhyana yoga. And then when you're exposed to this knowledge, so you wait with infinite patience for that knowledge to dawn. Knowledge of what? Of Advaita.
Advait,
Because
yeah.
from Dvaita, you are merging into Advaita. And when there is Advaita, like you very rightly said, there is no me and you. There is no me and Ishvara. So when there is only one, where is the question of punya and papa? Where is the question of results? Where is the question of who is the doer? That doer dissolves. So you completely dissolve into that oneness. So for a person, yeah, please go ahead.
Sanchita Papam is something which we cannot know, isn't it? We don't know what all we have done in the past life. Good and bad karma is in your quiver, that Sanchita karma. Even though you have some intention, where when you do Swadhyaya, you realize, okay, these are your shortcomings, so you need to do these things with awareness, and maybe you can burn some Sanchita karma, but not all. And that is where the grace of the master comes. Without the guru, knowledge is also not possible, and you cannot erase your Sanchita karma either. Isn't it? It is because the guru who opened your eyes to this wisdom that we are going deeper into this.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
so that
yeah.
Guru there, when Gurudev says it's only the Guru who can take away your Sanchita karma, the grace of the master, it is through knowledge. It is because the Guru is the remover of darkness, remover of ignorance. So that grace there, as we have to understand, it's through knowledge that when we understand Shankara Bhashya, that's what Shankaracharya says here. He says the order has to be understood. Otherwise, we'll end up with confusion like the Purva Pakshis, who say that you can gain moksha by just doing karma. Just by doing your nitya naimitika karmas, you will attain moksha. Which is not right, isn't it?
Yes, and same goes with yoga. There are so many yogas. Any yoga you do, it's not okay. It will give you some relief, calmness, everything, but only when the tradition of the Guru Parampara is coming through you through that yoga, then only that wisdom dawns, shuddhi happens, isn't it?
Yeah. Shuddhi will happen because of your purushartha. You being a karma yogi, that will happen. But
Okay.
of course, even to get there, you require that grace. But when Gurudev says, through grace, your Sanchita will be, I'm going to remove your karma, it is not just that by doing, uh, at one point he had said, none of your practices will get you moksha. Not even Sudarshan Kriya, not even Sahaj, nothing. Nothing of what you do, and he emphasized the word do, will get you to moksha. Which is what exactly this verse says.
Only knowledge helps that, right? Knowledge only gains that.
Yeah.
Moksha. But before then, no karma is going to get you there. But then the karma yoga is the means to get that antakarna shuddhi. Hopefully, then the knowledge happens.
See, both will lead to moksha, both the lifestyles. According to Vedic
lifestyle
tradition,
leads to moksha, but then the
common endpoint is jnana.
jnana,
For
right?
both sannyasa and karma yoga, they're two lifestyles. The endpoint for them, the common endpoint is jnana, then moksha. Of course, moksha is the endpoint. But the last thing is through jnana. which is true, right? In our own experience, if you look at it, without the time, I mean, if you take your time back to before you were exposed to this knowledge, simple jnana of having that samatva buddhi with respect to the results of your action, we would be tossed and turned over by the results of our action, isn't it? Karma phala. But now, having been exposed to this knowledge, there is some little twist, little change in the attitude happening inside of our mind, wherein we are developing that little composure inside, no matter what that result of action. What is that because of? Because of being exposed to the Shastra. So, in our own little way, we're able to see how powerful jnana is. So, we have our antakarana to be purified. There is a lot of those embedded raga dveshas that need to be neutralized. So, by the practice of karma yoga, we keep doing that and we keep exposing ourselves to this knowledge. That is why Gurudev says knowledge is required to purify your intellect. Exposure to this knowledge. So, when we do that, then when it is completely like your mirror is completely cleaned up, then that knowledge, I think it doesn't take much time for that knowledge to dawn.
The knowledge is again the same question comes, right? That not Atma, the knowledge about the Atma. That is the really the knowledge. Like you said, when the mind is very clear, that means our mind is not clear.
It's not clear, exactly. Isn't
Oh
it?
my God, yeah. So that is
So,
to take care of a clear mind. Oh my God, that's really hard to clear up.
that is why, see, being a karma yogi is not a joke. Number one. Forget, of course, jnana is long way back. But that should not deter us. That should not discourage us. So,
Yeah,
first
I
of
know
all,
it's taking it like very, very, like very slowly we are getting there. But then this karma yoga we read so many times, but now it is a lot clearer. Even what karma yoga is, right? That prasada buddhi and samatva bhava and the kaushala, that definitely that makes big difference, right? The discretion in action, all that is really needed. Sorry, go ahead, Dr. Pramod.
so how does Sudarshan Kriya, Dhyana, and all that help us? It helps us create that awareness within us and that gap, little gap between the thought and our action. So in this gap that comes up with this awareness, you use your mind, your discretion, viveka, to decide whether to do, not to do, or do otherwise. So that is the kaushala that you're exercising, discretion in action. So normally, without these practices, without this awareness, there is something that happens, a situation that happens which triggers anger. So without any gap, the moment that situation triggers anger, maybe I'll give my example. I would get angry. I would just scream, shout. But with this practice, with these practices, and with the practice of karma yoga, there is that little gap that is coming in, where I'm able to see the gap between the thought, that the emotion of anger that's rising up, and then using that gap, taking advantage of that gap. For instance, I just breathe it out, or I understand why that anger is coming up. And we have these beautiful knowledge points. Do not see intention behind others' mess and accept people and situations. So using that knowledge, that awareness helps me, brings up this knowledge inside of me, and then I'm able to have a say over my anger. Number one, that situation will not put me off balance in the beginning. If I'm really a karma yogi, I'll have samatva with respect to that situation. It will not fluster me. Given that it has flustered me, I'm still a karma yogi in the making. I'm still work in progress, but I'm still able to have a say on my reaction to that situation. So rather than reacting, I will respond to it with a calm mind, calm intellect. I will then actively accept the situation and then take say what I have to say or do what I have to do. So these practices are very, very important. We cannot, relegate them to something because only jnana is important. Unlike what Arjuna kept saying. Arjuna kept saying, knowledge is important. Why are you asking me to act? Why are you asking me to do karma? Karma is, of course, required to polish our mind, to get that sattva shuddhi.
So the knowledge is that Aham Brahmasmi, that
Aham Brahmasmi. Shivoham. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the preparedness of our antakarna, it takes many lifetimes, but that knowledge to dawn will take us, I think, just seconds.
Yeah,
No?
yeah. Achirenadi gacchati. It spreads instantaneously.
Instantaneously, right.
So all our life we take a duster, a scrub and soap and polish our inner equipment. That is why, if I remember, Rajima had said, people who are so-called troublemakers in your life, you should actually do Sashtang Namaskar to them. Because they're helping you neutralize your ragadveshas. They're helping you get better and better inside. That is what Gurudev also says. He says, when everything is going well, being happy is not a big thing at all. But when you're faced with difficulty, when you're faced with hurt, when you're faced with humiliation, how you stand, how you take that, that is why a bhakta says, oh Lord, give me trouble, give me more difficulties. Usually what we pray is, please take away my difficulty. He said, no. A karma yogi is one who says, no matter what, everything is prasada.
What happens is when you're happy, we don't think of God in the first place. I mean, naturally, we may say, "Oh, it happened when it comes to it," but then most of the time, when you have difficult times or some other like when people are like really going through tough times or even poor, then you think more. That's why they say talk about bhakti. The bhakti comes that increases in that way. So that's where you said like, oh, give me that difficult issues to. Then you remember that kind of stuff. But naturally, you're supposed to thinking all the time of God. That's only purpose in our life now, that realize that and do everything. Then it doesn't happen that way. Even if I think about it, I always put the food in my mouth. Then I remember, oh, I didn't do this pramarpanam like that. So I have some of these problems still, even with knowledge, it's difficult to follow sometimes.
Yeah, and for me, what I find has not still gotten to me is, okay, fine, all this discretion of action, I still have to get there. I don't think I still have that kaushala completely. Samatva, more or less, yes. But what is to be also ingrained and become part of the attitude. In our attitude is that recognition of Ishvara in everything that you do.
Yeah.
That also needs to be there in everything that we do.
Right.
You know?
That
So
Ishvara
then,
is there in everything. Like every little thing we do, we think that way when things are difficult. I was thinking about it last week because I was taking care of my children. My daughter, I was staying with her, and they all had one after another had a fever. So then I had to serve all three of them. Then I thought of myself, well, even though it was very difficult going up and down and take care of the whole food and everything. It was difficult on me, but I still said, oh, I shouldn't think this way. This is all the God's wanting me to do, and it's his doing. And so you do it like you're doing it for God. See, in terms of that, when you do this namaskaram to the elders, right? The other day I was thinking about it. Obviously, you're not. One is elder. That's more like a custom that we developed, but naturally, everybody, we hold that Atma, inside Atma, that Chaitanya Guru, we are all perverted by this Brahman. So when you do the Namaskaram, it's actually you're worshipping, you leave alone the name and form, you're worshipping only that Brahman. So it's that's how I was thinking. We are doing everything, even though you're cooking and cleaning and doing all this every day, but it is all doing it for this Brahman. That's a way I had to think. But then it still slips my mind, like thinking that thought of Brahman in everything that you do. But trying to remember that most of the time. Thank you.
so here that is why he says, otherwise, what is said will be confusing. First, Karma Yoga takes care of Antakarna Shuddhi, then knowledge is gained, there is Jnana Prapti. This order is one of the important points in the Shastra that we have to know clearly. Otherwise, what is being said will be confusing. Because people are confused, they think that Karma Yoga is just another means through which Punya Papa is destroyed. And they say the same thing about Jnana. This different means approach is how people get lost and become confused. By performing karma with the proper attitude, you prepare yourself to be totally freed by knowledge, and that knowledge is gained only when the antakarana is shuddha, pure. We say that karma yoga takes care of it because karma yoga purifies the mind. Thus, wherever we come across expressions in Shankara's Bhashya like Sattva Shuddhi Jnana Dvarena, Ubhe Sukrita Dishkrite Iha Jahati, we must understand the order. Once the Antakarana Shuddhi is taken care of, that is, once the impurities, ashuddhis of the mind are taken care of, the person is no longer under the enthrallment of his or her likes and dislikes. Because he or she enjoys a certain composure, self-knowledge, Atma-jnana is not far away. So, a point Shankara says is that a karma yogi is a karma yogi only for the sake of moksha. A person is a karma yogi only for Atma Jnana. Therefore, he or she continues to listen to the teaching and reflect upon it so that it will become a reality. So, therefore, Shravana is important, Manana is important, and Nididhyasana, reflecting upon it till it becomes a reality. So, we'll stop here today. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Sorry, I'll do it tomorrow, Dr. Brahma. I'll be ready.
Let us sit comfortably, easily. First, let us shake our hands. Shake our hands, and then let's keep our hands on our lap, or however you feel comfortable. And let's close our eyes. Let's keep our spine erect and body relaxed. We came into this planet weighing just 4 kilos or 5 kilos. Recollect or remember the weight of your body. It is 60 kilos, 70 kilos, whatever that is. Place your weight on the chair or on the floor you are sitting right at this point. Let's take a deep breath in. Hold the breath and let go. Honor your own body. Your body is the precious gift to you from nature. Become aware of your whole body. Skins, tissues, muscles, blood vessels, bones, and all the internal organs. Your body is a precious gift to you. Now let us come to the second dimension, your breath. It is our breath that is keeping our body alive. Your body is alive because of your breath. Take a deep breath in and let go. Incoming breath energizes the body and outgoing breath brings relaxation. This is happening all the time. Let us honor our own breath. Become aware of the air all around you. Like fish in the water, we are in air. Relax more and more. Let's take our attention to the top of the head and become aware of the empty space above our head. Become aware of the space in the entire room that you are sitting. Embrace all the thoughts, pleasant or unpleasant, good or bad. Become aware of a point right in the center of your heart, center of your chest. And take a deep breath in and breathe out and relax even more. As the body relaxes, the mind expands. And as the mind expands, your body finds deep relaxation. This moment, there's nothing to do and nothing to know either. Just let go and relax. Repose in yourself. You are a fountain of love. You are an ocean of peace. Repose in yourself. Take a deep breath in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So as you breathe out, you may open your eyes.